Weirdest thing about this shot is that this car actually looks completely sporty and completely different from the back. 21, why you trapping so hard? I'm about to put that in here real quick.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard?
On a different note though, we're gonna talk about how to shift your 2013 to 2014 automatic Mustang and to the best of its potential possible. Some people just leave it on like auto and it just shifts. Y'all stupid as shit for that because the car isn't going as fast as it can. It's just gonna be trying to save its transmission for the long run. And I don't know about you guys, but those manual drivers out there give a fuck about their transmission and they don't try to save it for the long run. There's a reason why their clutch and shit is always blowing out, but there's a reason why they get good times and why they actually win races and have fun in their car, huh? Goes down, cause it's mad hot in this bitch, I'm telling you. God damn, look at that, I got no gas, I need an oil change. Where the other one at? I got low tire pressure. This shit about to blow up, I tell you what. Goddamn, no way, I'm getting an oil change and shit. I'm not gonna start the car up for this video. It's dirty, I mean, it's junky, whatever, but we're gonna talk about the car in general. If you have an automatic 2013 to 2014, it's gonna be equipped with this Shiftmatic. I think it's called Shiftmatic, I don't know what it is. Shifttronic, some shit like that, and it's gonna have a minus on the bottom, plus on the top for upshift and downshift. Now, what it does is you can tap it a couple times to downshift to 2 different gears, and sometimes it'll select through the gears, but it'll only do so if it thinks it's safe for the transmission and such. Like, you can't money shift an automatic, obviously, so that's the greatest part about it. It's going to teach you how to drive a manual by having just the fundamentals. Like, you don't have the third pedal, so that's a different whole scenario altogether. But when using this kind of stuff in the car, it's kind of, the ECU is going to kind of pick where's the best point to shift and let you shift, unless you get it tuned like this. And MPT, I'm actually switching to a trans tuning because the downshifts are too soft with this, upshifts are too soft. So yeah, whatever. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. So the way most people would do it is they would just be driving and they would just upshift. That's the wrong way to do it. What you got to do is you got to approach, if your car is stock pretty much and you're having fun with this, what you want to do is kind of get to where it's at, right at that little dot right there. Let off the throttle. Like, once you see you get on that little dot, let off the throttle, and when you let off the throttle, tap this button right here, and you have to kind of time it just right. Put your foot back on, wide open throttle. At that same time, you should hear a couple pops between the shift if you're doing it right, and that means you're getting the most power through your shift even without having a tune. Now, is this possible to get with a tune? Depends on who you're tuned with, because it's going to behave a little differently. But when you lift your foot off the throttle, that's the best way to actually use this automatic transmission shifter. Don't leave it on and just shift, because it's gonna be slower, honestly. It's not gonna pick up as much power. It's not gonna deliver much to the drivetrain as it would if you were gonna do it the other way. So let's just lift your foot off the throttle. And yeah, I mean, I can drive to the gas station and I can try to show you guys an example on mine, but it's not really all that possible, just because, well, I'm the only one driving. I have to get him to be driving and I have to stick the phone in his face the whole time. I'm not sure how comfortable that is with this car, but it doesn't pop between shifts. It just delivers power a lot more harshly and kind of slightly chirps the tires between the 1 to 2 and the 2 to 3 shift. Now, I've never been beyond that because I'm not trying to blow my drive shaft or nothing. You know what I mean? Playa. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. I can give you guidelines as to which, if you have 273s and the V6, I don't know how it is in any other car because this is the gear ratio I have, 273s. So if you have 273s, the best way to like do a roll race in this car is, I know you guys probably think, man, first gear is useless. Anyone who says that, you're just so stupid. Okay, it's not always useless. It's only useless if you have like literally no power at all. I mean, wait, like you have a lot of power, so that means the tires spin. Your tires aren't going to spin like crazy. It's not a manual. It's controlled. It kind of does its, I don't know, man. All I know is that you want to be going. I see my dog. She's about to try to jump through the door because she sees those other dogs out there. Bitch ass, you ain't slick. You are not slick. Yeah, you want to be in about first gear. going about 38, 40 miles an hour to really get a good roll race going on there. I'm not going to tell you guys how to drive a car completely, because as a car enthusiast, I think it's, you should learn how to drive a car if you're going to, be racing and shit. Don't be like, man, I don't know what happened. I got 300 horsepower. It's wasted on a dumbass. That's what happened. You can't just be out here letting the car shift for you and shit and talking shit in the internet. Like, you can't be like, man, I'll dust your fucking ass. Fucking bitch monkey nigger. I'll kick your ass. Like, you're sitting here driving just like, you're not doing anything. You're holding the steering wheel with your fucking throttle to the floor. That must feel embarrassing. Like, does it not? Like, you aren't even trying to get involved in it at all? I mean, even if they're just like buttons or paddles or what, you don't even want to get involved? Tell me what you think of those people who do that shit. What are they? Starts with a P.
Pussies.
Pussy ass bitches. This has been Sam Mustang. I'm out of here. I'm not going to teach you guys how to drive an automatic completely, but that's a little tip I think that every 2013 to 2014 automatic Mustang driver in general should know. You have to lift your foot off the throttle between shifts to get the most optimal power and transfer delivery possible. All right, I'm out.